Hi, Karen Jones here from The Heart Matters with this month's issue of Ask the Coach. The question for the month comes from Lynn, and she asks, Dear Karen, I am so frustrated I could scream. It really jumped out through the email. I feel like I have no support at home. I feel like I'm doing it all and alone, and meanwhile my man gets everything he needs from me and then some. What gives? Am I just living with the world's most selfish man? Wow, okay, so I hear that you are really in trouble already. And the first thing I would suggest that you do, Lynn, is, this is my favorite method for doing this, but it's really about releasing all of this pent up stuff, right? Don't do it with your man, don't do that. But get in your car, drive someplace where you can release without anybody calling the cops. So go park someplace, don't be driving, make sure you've got a box of Kleenex with you, and just rant and rave and scream, and because it's not just about what you're doing that he's not helping with, it's just everything probably, right? This time of year especially. So go get it out of your system however you do it. Then the next thing I want to ask you is, do you know what it is that you need? And the reason I'm asking is because most women have no idea. Now, you know that you've got needs, which is why you're so frustrated and maybe even resentful, because they're not happening. So the first question is, are you clear about what your own needs are? That's the most important work here. You can't get what you need if you don't know what you need. So do that work. Now, if your answer to that question is yes, then the next question is, are you asking your man for the things that he can provide for you in a way that he can hear? Very important, that piece. Can he hear you? Are you asking when he's distracted with something else? Even if you're saying something and he's looking at you, it does not mean that he's actually hearing you if his focus is on something else. So be respectful. Make sure that when you're communicating a need or a request, that he has the space, he has the focus, he has the ability to hear you in that moment, right? And just to keep on going with that thread, because even if you said, yeah, I've told him, yeah, the next question is, are you doing it respectfully? Are you actually communicating with him from the perspective that you actually trust that he wants to provide that for you, that he wants to do that for you, that if he were capable of doing it, that he would do that? Because if you let any of that resentment leak out while you're talking to him or asking him for what you need, the chances are fairly slim that he's going to provide it for you in the way that you want. Or if he does, it's at great cost to not just your guy, but it's also at great cost to your relationship, because he is going to keep shutting down more and more. And what would normally be this almost limitless fountain of generosity to provide for you and to take care of you will just be drying up. So don't shoot yourself in the foot by communicating from resentment and pent up stuff, and just assume he wants to provide for you. He just A, doesn't know what it is, or B, he hasn't been asked in a way that he really can win. Okay? Your guy wants to make you happy. Really wants to make you happy. Trust that. Act like that's true. Relate with him like you know that that's actually for real. And then, boy, I'll tell you, you start handling this stuff, it'll turn around so fast your head will spin. So that's your assignment. Until next month, have a great one.